Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack at it. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. As you can tell by today's thumbnail, yes, indeed, I'm about to write graffiti on the bus. Indubitably, I'm going to get straight into it in a menudo style in a direct fashion. That thumbnail right there says it all. Or does it? One never knows, does one. But at the end of the day, there's always a story and there's always repercussions and consequences for every action. Menudo, right? So with that being said, I'm going to get straight into the story. Trip out, man. It's something that happened. It was a trip. It was a trip, right? But let me tell you a little bit of the history. Because me and the vato have plenty of history, right? You know, as a youngster, as a youth in juvenile hall, I remember the first time I ever went to juvenile hall was for something so frivolous. My antennas weren't up, man. I wasn't paying attention, Sasuke. And I was chilling with the homeboy at some fucking highness house. Yes, we were like 10 years old. We were little ass kids. We didn't even know where to put it in, right? But at the same time, we were all chilling over there. And we were young, man. We were ditching school, right? You about to know about ditching school. Late 80s, early 90s. That was the wiggle, right? So we're ditching school. We're kicking back. And the homeboy's feeling some type of way because this girl doesn't want to give him no play. She don't even care about him. She doesn't like him. So she's looking at me. I'm a little kid. I'm looking at the Nintendo. There was a lot going on that day. And so he decided that if for no other reason to kick a hole in the wall, punch a few windows out, and do a few frivolous things, man, that ultimately ended up getting us caught up. I remember we left. I guess the highness parents came home. They told her what happened. She gave it up. She gave up the ghost. So I was getting, next thing you know, you want to settle the score, white man at the door, and I'm shit, no more, right? Boom. They snatch my ass up, take me to juvenile hall. My little partner's already in the back seat. He's crying. He done told on me. It's all good in the hood. This was prior to me knowing about rats and snitches and all that. I didn't even know about that, right? I wasn't tripping. I was just like, damn, what happened, Holmes? He's like, we're going to juvenile hall. Ooh, wee, pobre si, right? It was my first time going to juvenile hall. So I get there within 3 or 4 days, man. I'm accustomed to the program. They gave me 30 days for vandalism with the homie. It was what it was. Anyway, so as I'm getting there, I noticed that one block is on the left. And for some reason, the blockers are like, nah, we're not going to put this guy on this block. There's some older cats down there. We're going to put them on this block. So I remember the makeup of this juvenile hall, man, there was a little yard. And there was cell blocks on each side of this yard. And these windows were kind of like lightweight covered. So you couldn't actually see who was in there. But if you scraped it a little bit, you could see their eyeball. So it's just one eye going like that. And looking all over the place. And I remember every time I was out there playing basketball, someone kept banging. Boom, 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 boom. And they would hold up a card, you know, because you were getting decks of cards in your cell so you could play cards with your celly or whatever the case may be. And he held up a card, right? And the card said ace. It was the ace of spades, right? And I was looking at it. I was like, what's that supposed to mean? So that's good. You know what I mean? You trumped me? You know what I mean? I didn't know exactly what it meant. After a few days, man, the vault started banging. I'd go up, try to listen in the window. And then he told me that his name was Ace, man. He was actually my primo Johnny's homeboy from A-Town, right? So, orale, ¿sabes qué? It's all good, right? At this time, I was a young norteño, not even seasoned in the game yet. Just fucking younger than fucking melted M&Ms, right? I was fucking just there, right? Anyways, the vault was there posted up. And so we start to conversate back and forth. And he's like, yeah, I feel like you're my primo. He was looking at a little bit of time, I guess. A few months in juvenile hall. Back then, that was vida, right? And so whatever the case may be. That was my first interaction with this guy. So I ended up getting out, running into my primo at my abuelita's house. And I said, hey, I ran into your homeboy, this, and that. He said, oh, yeah, it's a very well-known family, man. That's the homeboy, man. He probably recognized you from being over here. And it's all good. You know, don't even trip. He's nothing to worry about. Fast forward, rewind, and then fast forward again. So I was good. 1996, right? Mike Tyson, Bruce Sheldon fight. And I've told this story before, right? I remember that particular day. I was tired, vato. So this guy didn't want to do nada, shit. Period, right? I just wanted to kick back and go to sleep. To what degree of tired was I? The fucking 114th degree. Utterly gangbanging, right? I was on that degree of tired. I just wanted to crash out. And I remember a lot was going on that day because Bruce Seldon and Mike Tyson were fighting. Tupac was going to end up getting shot. There was going to be a lot that happened that day. I was going to get my mascara cracked open. But we're going to get to that. So I remember the homeboys fucking came by, and because there was a few homeboys that were in the living room. They had pick per view, but they were going to watch Mike Tyson versus Bruce Sheldon. And I just couldn't stay up for it. So I was actually in the room just kind of leaning back. I was going to take a little power nap. Hopefully I would be able to watch Mike Tyson knock him out after about 20 seconds. Then go back to sleep. That's usually how it went down, right? And the homeboys all come. These are homeboys like my age, right? Though I lived with the older homeboys. So they're all in there like drinking pisto. Orale, Mike Tyson. Get it, bitch. Right? They're all happy. On pyro. They're all fucking pumped up. And my homeboys come and they're like, hey, let's go fucking to see the homeboy Chile's over there in Atwater helping some hyenas move in this house. There's some hyenas there. So I was good, we can get it in where we fit it in, right? And I'm like, Charlie, first of all, most of them can't even fit it in. Second of all, right? I'm tired about this. They're like, come on, bro, we're going to need your backup. We're going to Atwater. You know, there's how the south side is just in case the wiggle gets real, man. We already know how you come. Fuck you, man. Let's go, right? So I remember the whole time there, I'm like, dude, I don't even want to go. But at the same time, it's piquing my interest because maybe there's some hyena there I can knock one time for my mind. And somebody rocking the boots. I'm about to get into my H-Town mode. We pull up. There's one homegirl, she's halfway decent, and two gorditas. When I say gordas, I mean, right? These hyenas were on the borderline of fucking Moby and Dick, right? And I said, fuck, right? Come on, bro, you woke me up for this? So I was like, fuck, I'd rather watch two Africanos in the ring just going at it. I'm missing the fight. I'm missing Tyson. So I was like, little did I know I was going to miss Tupac get shot, right? I was going to miss a lot. For two hyenas, a partridge, and a pear tree. So they probably ate the pear off the pear tree. I don't want no problem. Anyways, after about 20 minutes of being there, I told the homeboy, hey, trip out, man. I'm going to go fucking lay in the car, bro. This ain't for me. And the homeboys are like, yeah. They're on their Chauncey shit from Menace to Society. You know what I mean? I got the tape, right? They're not tripping. So I go lay down. I remember the other homeboy, younger homeboy, man, he's not getting no action. He's getting no play. So he's not even involved in the reindeer game. I don't even know how he got in the car. I don't even know if he rode in the trunk or not, to be honest with you. Anyways, he's laying down in the car too. I'm like, what are you doing here, right? I'm all paranoid. He said, so I guess I can't even be involved, right? Anyways, boom. We crash out. Next thing you know, we're getting woke up by all these gordas and the homeboys, and they're getting in the car, and we're going to Jack in the Box, and we're going to get some beer. I remember. And this one hyena, she's jocking me. She's trying to rub on my leg and shit. I'm pushing her hand off. She's pushing it on. I'm pushing it off. And she's like, you should come in. I said, no, you should get the fuck away from me, right? You should get off. Get off the car. You're crowding me. You know what I mean? So I'm looking against the window like this. You know what I mean? I'm just like, fuck this. On this. Right? Get off me. Bitch, before I have to show you how we get down for the cause. By the cause. Anyway, so we get back to the fucking apartment. She gets off. The homeboys are in there chilling in the dark. There ain't even no electricity in this pad, I guess, bro. You know what I mean? To be honest, they're in candlelight. They're in candles and fat chicks. That's it. That's all that was in the house. Candles and fat chicks. You do the math, right? So they're posted up chilling. I'm in the car. Well, next thing you know, I'm getting beat over the head with the bat. I remember, man, as I woke up, homeboy's getting drugged. The younger homeboy's getting drugged out of the car and he's getting booked. Boom, boom. And I just jump up. Oh, shit, right? And as I try to get out, I get hit in the back of the head with the bat. Bah! Pop, pop goes the weasel. The weasel went pop. Boom. I fall on the ground. I'm getting drugged. I don't remember anything too much after that other than I guess they scraped me. I got knocked out. I got drugged half a mile back to that Jack in the Box. I guess the wind was blowing over there. Shit, hey, hit me with the motherfucking sourdough jack, right? They hit me with more than a sourdough jack, bro. I got egg rolled. So I'm right there like a taco on the ground, all fucking curled up. Of course, the ambulance come. There's a homeboy looking at me. He's telling me, don't move. I said, what happened, man? What happened? He says, hey, guess what? I said, what happened? He said, Tupac got shot. Bitch, what about me? What about me? Anyway, so they snatch me up. They take me to the hospital. I find out that I was the 14 that was on my eye, about to try to cut it off with screwdrivers, whatever. Anyways, so what had happened prior to me getting there and how it correlates with the story that I'm telling is that the Vato Ace, the same Vato in the story, he was one of the main guys that was there. I guess he had came to that pad. There was an argument that ensued before we got there. So I was getting my homeboy never let us know, of course. You know what I mean? That's how it goes down. And then Southsiders came back. Eh? They threw a 40 through the window. Me la pela, right? And they came up in that motherfucker. Homeboys were getting down with them. One homeboy at least. The rest fucking, you know, they were in the dark. Like, turn off the lights. You know, they were on their Teddy P shit. The other homeboy, he was getting with their program. They seen us sleeping in the car, snatched us up. We got caught lacking, slipping, whatever you want to call it. And they got to sticking and beating. Anyways, we took that L that day, especially me. So I was getting, my head was all fucked up. You know, I remember getting back to the pad and my homeboys were like, hey, guess what? Tyson won. Tyson won. Tupac got shot. It's like, you're all fucked up, right? It was all bad. No one gave a fuck about me. You know, blame it on the gun, just like all the time. Anyway, so I was all told back. But the guy's Ace's name kept coming up. It was like this Vato was entwined with me, you know what I mean? It was like faith. Vatos, I couldn't call it like an alcoholic, but what I did know was, so I was going to get mine. Fuck that, I'm going to get mine back. Right? I want to get mine back. Oh, yes, I'm going to get mine back. One day, someday we'll be together like fucking Marvin and Tammy Terrell, or is it Diana Ross? I can't call it. He fucked them both. Now, Trick. So I'm there posted up, and years pass. I don't hear this Vato's name anymore. So, okay, my fucking 14's all fucking chueco. Hey, it's just a bad situation, and I forget all about this guy. Well, I'm locked up. I'm incarcerated in prison, man, and I get a letra, right? I get a letter saying that my brother got incarcerated, man, allegedly for a home invasion shooting. And my heart sunk. My heart dropped. Because my little brother prior to this, man, he ain't never been in prison. So let's get about that. He never been in county jail, right? He wasn't used to this bullshit, man. He thought he was a gang member, so I was getting, you know what, respects to how he grew up, and now he's a G, right? He's on a different level. But at that time, man, he just wasn't, that was me. That was me. That wasn't him, right? So I don't know about you, but if you've ever had a little brother incarcerated, I mean, you feel like, fuck, like nervous for him. Like, you know he's about it. You know he ain't going to go out like no sucker, man. But at the same time, man, every pressure that's going to be applied to him that you've went through, all the strife, the struggle, the toiling in that soily, man, I want to take that burden off his back, put it on. What about me? Hey, man, this is me, man, Pac-Man, right? Give it to me, man, right? I'll take it. It's no problem. So I'm stressed out for him. At the same time, I was fighting my own case, so the wiggle was real. But the story is that my brother actually, you know, they pull up to this pad, man. They find out that there's this pad. They run up in there. Shit happens. Boop, 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 boop. People get shot, tied up. Well, it ends up being the Vato Ace again from A-Town, right? He was actually the one that got shot, and he was paralyzed. During this whole thing, he was paralyzed. Now, of course, they accused my brother of this crime, to which I say he's innocent. Straight up, he's innocent, man. This was an allegedly thing, supposedly, right, of what happened. And I'm not going to go into the details of what happened, man, because I ain't trying to fuck anyone's fucking board hearings off. But at the same time, I will say this is what was out there, man. You know, that my brother was involved in this case. So, of course, Vato's mad at me. I assumed, you know, I'm in prison. I ended up doing my time. I ended up getting a fucking pura deal. Thank you, 9/11, right? I got a pura deal, and I ended up getting out. For those of you that don't know the story, refer to Gunners Collective, man. Right here. Look through the lista. The story's there. Anyways, I ended up getting out. And I was able to wiggle, right? So I remember paroling to my tia's house. I didn't have a motherfucking penny, humps. I told my tia, well, after my little 200. I had my little 200, so I used that for other things, right? So I told my tia, hey, let me borrow a feria so I can give me a little phone. I can get on deck, right? This was the year 2004, if I'm correct. Maybe 2003. I can't call it like an alcoholic. It was in the 2000s. You know what I mean? So don't get all technical on me. Anyways, it was what it was. I needed to go get a phone. I remember telling my tío, like, hey, I need to get a phone, but I want to get like the cheapest phone on earth. You know what I mean? Something that looks cool, works good, but doesn't cost nothing. He was like, hey, there's a new cellular phone shop. They just opened in the town. It's over there on Yosemite Parkway. This is in Merced, right? I'm like, fuck it, let's wiggle over there. So we jump in his whip and we're bumping. Dum, 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 dum. Rasa, rasa. We're mobbing, right? So anyways, we get to this new spot, and I'm like, all right. They got a new little cellular phone shop. This is when everybody, back in the fucking 2000s, everybody and their mom were opening up cellular phone shops. They all thought they were going to be the next Elon Musk, right? Of course, bro, wasn't ever going to happen. Motherfucking all them shops folded, and fucking AT&T told them, putos, right? You already know what it is. But at that time, everybody thought they were trying to be some entrepreneur, and I can't be mad at them. You know, I was thinking about it too. I should open a cell phone shop. I thought I could come up. You better come down, right? Come down from that fucking bullshit that you're thinking about. So anyways, I walk into this shop. This is where the story gets good. And I'm tripping out. You know, it's a nice little shop. You know, there's cell phones and a whole bunch of gadgets and devices. I'm like, orale, I mean, what can I steal? That's my automatically, I'm thinking, can I get me a cell phone case? To a fucking cell phone I don't even have, so I don't even know if it's going to fit. But I'm lurking, right? And I'm watching what's happening, right? And all of a sudden, I see this hyena. She comes up to the counter, and she's like, can I help you? I said, can you? Huh? Bitch, you feel that? That's the wind blowing. You know what I mean? Do you do that? Anyway, so I'm getting at her. I'm popping my collar, right? She's feeling me lightweight, but not really. And she ends up bouncing. I'm looking. Good loud. She's working with some monsters back there. But like the clapper and shit. So she's doing her thing. Next thing you know, fucking Avalta comes wheeling out the back. It's like, yeah, like that. Right? And it doesn't take but 10 seconds, man. And my tío's outside smoking a frajo, right? He's about to just walk in, man. It doesn't take but 10 seconds. And I noticed this Vato, right? And I'm like, damn, this is that Vato waste. This is the Vato that my brother supposedly, allegedly put in the chair forever, you know? And I'm looking at him. And you got to understand the history there. Family friend showing me love in juvenile hall. to adversary, you know, him and his homeboys allegedly fucking smacking my motherfucking dome damn near off, right? To later on, my brother put him in the chair. It's funny how the world works, huh? It's funny how faith and how shit that you do, karma catches up to you. It's like our lives were intertwined. Well, I was about to get a little more twined, right? So I'm looking at him and I already know. And I get into my motherfucking straight pintero mode, straight pinto mode, right? Like, fuck it, Holmes, this is the end, right? I'm just looking at him, looking him up and down. He's like, can I help you, sir? I say, I need a cell phone, eh? You know what I mean? So let's get, now I'm all, hey, what's cracking, eh? Like, Dub, now I'm all gangster, right? I need a cell phone, eh? And he was like, all right, I got you. You know what I mean? And I looked at his wheelchair, a blue wheelchair, and had stickers all over, stickers that said, "Mi vida loca" and shit. And it was what it was. Now, you gotta understand, this Vato Ace was originally from a Southsider gang, 8-Town Sud, right? So it was never gang related with the issue with my brother. It kind of just was like fucking faith. You know, it just happened that way. It just looked that way. But with me and him, it was about to be get gang related. You know what I mean? I was thinking supposedly, but fuck, I couldn't call it like an alcoholic, man. Just feel me with unleaded. So I'm looking at him in a menudo style, like, fuck it, man. I'll just fire on this cat. I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? He's in a chair anyways. And this Vato asks my name, right? He's on the computer. Well, fucking Vato was good on the computer for a Southsider, right? Getting it. And I tell him my name, and when I tell him my name, he stops in mid-stroke. He looks at me, and Vato pulled out a Bangladesh, big old 4 cal. Boom! He puts it on the table, and he goes, how's your brother? And I said, it's now or never, Vato. This is going to make me or break me. This is going to prove if I'm a norteño or not. I said, he's doing better than you, right? And he just smirks, and he goes, I ain't tripping, bro. He said, you know what? I ain't even tripping, man. It happens, you know. He's like, I done changed my life, bro. I'm just a businessman trying to do my thing, man. I ain't even gonna lie, though. He goes, to be totally honest with you, what he did, of course, so I'm not feeling it, nor my legs, but at the same time, shit happens, you know. He was like, I guess one day we could deal with that amongst me and him. Like, man, I said, or we could deal with it right now. You know what I mean? I got here, you know, I'm an extension of my brother. I got you covered like a state blanket. I'm itchy, homie, but fucking warm, right? What's happening? And he was like, nah, bro, me and you go way back. He goes, if anything, I want to apologize for the situation that I put you in when I knew better. You were like familia, homes. Your primo is like my brother, man. And look at what happened. Look at what happened with all of us. What's this shit all about? I said, what this shit's all about is my fucking eyes all fucked up. I just like, you have no legs, my eyes all fucked up. Stop gang banging. Right? He's like, I don't want to do this no more. Ultimately, what happened was we sat there and had a conversation for a few minutes. And the Vato hooked me up with a clean-ass phone for cheap, right? But that goes to show you a lesson in life. You know, you never know what could happen. My life flashed before my eyes at that moment, but I was stood solid as a fucking clavo, right? Solid as a rock, as a piedra, because I already knew this is what my life ultimately ended up in, some fucking rinky-dink cellular phone shop. I'm about to get shot, you know what I mean? For fucking my brother. Fuck, right? But I was willing to take that bullet for the gente, willing to take that bullet for my brother, willing to take that bullet for myself and my boca, because I couldn't stop running it, right? And in the end, his life had changed and he was just trying to do his thing. I think we all had an opening up and an eye awakening that day. And that was a good thing. Anyways, you know, never underestimate your area. Always stay aware and never underestimate the other guy's greed, right? Orale, because I was greedy in there. Hey, I even tried to steal a cell phone case on the way out. He was like, hey, I was like, what? And then he was mobbing. I gotta go. We ended up on a good note, man. As far as being friends, that will never be, man. My brother's always going to be my brother, though. That's a fact. And it was the first time being his victim after I got out. And I seen him a couple more times in passing. The Vato was bumping a clean ride. I don't know how he was fucking pedaling it, but I think he was doing it with his hands. Either way, you know, I felt bad. I felt bad that he got caught up in the situation where he got put on his back and then ultimately put in the chair. And I felt bad, you know, that my brother had to be incarcerated for it, you know, when he allegedly didn't do it. Either way, it is what it is, man. Such is life, you know, and you never know when you're going to run into somebody, man, from your past or somebody that you or your familia did something bad to. So you better fucking keep your head on swivel and stay aware, because if not, they might get you. With that being said, man, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, just like I said, man, keep your shit on swivel. You know what it is, and don't snivel. Just do your thing, man. Go out there and get feria. Saca la bolsita for your familia. That's what it's all about. If you like this content, please hit that like and subscribe. You just have to do like this. Look, it's that simple. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy as the head that wears the crown. You could do that again. But thank you for the view. I appreciate it. With that being said, I'm going to get up out of here, man. This is Gunner's Collective. You already know how I'm rocking right now on Gunner's Profiles. We're going to get it in. Palo. You know what I mean? Toma. Gordas. Charlie, I don't want that. Nope. If it worked it, let me work it. Orale. The gun. Bang, bang.